And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout.
Up this magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm at the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. And I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dreams reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laugh. Hey, how could you lie to my face? People claim that they be loyal, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. Now Jones. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Murray going to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Jones throwing again. It's complete to Golden Tate. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy! 7 brings up 3rd and 3.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 61 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they...
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. Room here to run. Does the big boy have the juice? And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Jones now operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Taken in at the 22. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 36-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Kyler Murray, 64 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A first down carry for Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Saquon Barkley running right, and now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And Ingram holds it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return to the 6-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 94 yards. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. 21-0 our score after 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Gallman. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is fielded at the 7. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. 1 play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, TJ Logan. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the 1st down marker. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a 1st down. It's 4th. On to punt as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter. But you're down. No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Going up top. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a third interception in half number 1. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Murray has the first down and more. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Gallman will run it. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. fielded at the 20. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The pass complete to Hakeem Butler.
We got this.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Johnson running right. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. I don't think you got it, son. Get it.
Now Jones, going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with it.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Going for the deep ball. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. He can run, and I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for New York.
Get ready.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get out to the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Call it no gain there, and they've got a ways to go now on third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. They'll run again here with Gallman, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough, and the punt team's going to be summoned on fourth down.
Well, they got off the field on third down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done and fine.
Touchdown, Cardinals! 63 yards on a punt return score. And the Cardinals push further out in front. A lot of times they want this guy just to try to flip field position. He flipped it all the way into the end zone.
Yeah, the rule of thumb is, can you pick up 10 yards? That's getting a first down. Instead, he takes it all the way and provides a big spark for his team.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete to Gallman. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Jones now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They're going to Gallman here on the screen. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 19. Jones heading up here 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Back to throw. Jones. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Gallman. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll run forward Gallman, and this winds up a disaster nowhere near the marker. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Throw left side, caught by Butler. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. The 1st down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
On the ground, it's Gallman again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. But that's
now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, and they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here we go. Keep the plan. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Take 4. Bang, bang, set up.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They'll go option on second down, right side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the second time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback, the ability to run the ball fearlessly. And, in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies him.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. Little soul search. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out.
Watch the screen. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Let's go.
They start on the ground with Gallman. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. He's at the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brings up third and
Check, 43.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for Arizona, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the back. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 others, that's 20 goons in the ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.